Many of my patients and clients struggle with hip pain when they have a back pain or a scoliosis. And this is mainly due to tightness in these groin muscles from sitting. So I'm going to show you a great little stretch now that you can loosen up the hips, and that can take care of the hip pain, but may even help your pelvis and your lower back as well. All right, so some of you might be familiar with this sort of classic groin stretch here. We're bending one knee on one side, both feet pointing parallel, and getting a stretch into this groin here. Well, this can feel great, but if we hold this stretch on and then move the pelvis forwards and backwards, you get a whole different range of motion and a different stretch into the muscles. But you see, these groin muscles, they actually attach in multiple different places into the pelvis, and so they need to be moved in many different ways. So another way you can move them is to simply move your pelvis in rotation both ways. So try that and you'll feel your hip being mobilized in a way it hasn't done before. Now, if you're relatively strong through your core and you haven't got huge back pain problems from bending forwards or bending backwards, then I want you to try this. You take your hands up over your head and simply wave them like you just don't care, but say, wave them like a Mexican wave, left and right like this, and this adds increased stretch to that hip. But like we just did with the pelvis, we can also take them forwards like this and then backwards. So now I'm getting a stretch into my butt hamstrings and then into the front of my hips as well, all the while holding that hip on abduction. Then lastly, we can actually take the hands and rotate both ways, trying to keep this knee bent and the stretch on this hip as you do this. Do each one of those movements about 10 times, and then just have a little recheck on your hips, and you'll feel that the hip that you just worked on feels massively different from the hip that hasn't been worked on. So try that to help you with your hip pain and ultimately help you with your back pain and your scoliosis.